Once upon a time, deep in the heart of the African savanna, the mighty lion, the king of the jungle, lay asleep under the shade of an old baobab tree. The golden sun warmed his thick mane, and the chirping birds echoed in the distance. All was calm, all was peaceful. That is, until a tiny creature scurried across his back completely unaware of the danger it was stepping into. The little mouse, full of energy and mischief, was just playing. He ran up the lion's tail, over his massive back, and down the side of his leg. It was like climbing a mountain for the mouse, but it was fun. However, the moment his tiny paw landed on the lion's nose, the king woke up with a thunderous growl. The lion's eyes shot open, and his paw moved faster than the mouse could blink. In an instant, the mouse was pinned to the ground under the giant claw of the beast. The jungle fell silent. "Who dares to disturb my sleep?" roared the lion, his breath hot and his voice rumbling like distant thunder. Trembling, the mouse squeaked, "Please, mighty king, forgive me. I didn't mean to wake you. I was only playing. Please let me go. I promise one day I'll repay you." The lion blinked in surprise. A mouse? Help a lion? He laughed, a deep, booming laugh that shook the grass around them. "You, a tiny little mouse? Help me? That's the funniest thing I've heard all day." But something about the mouse's honesty made the lion pause. With a smirk and a deep breath, he lifted his paw and let the mouse scurry away into the bush. Days passed. The lion continued his reign, strong and fearless. But one morning, as he was patrolling his territory, he walked into a trap laid by poachers. With a sudden snap, a heavy rope net fell from above, tangling his legs and pinning him to the ground. He roared and thrashed, but the more he struggled, the tighter the ropes became. For the first time in years, the great lion felt helpless. Roars echoed through the forest, but no other animal dared to come near, no one, except for a tiny mouse who heard the cries from beneath the tall grass. Recognizing the voice, he rushed toward the sound and found the lion trapped. Struggling and exhausted, without hesitation, the mouse climbed onto the net and began to chew. His sharp little teeth worked fast, slicing through the thick ropes strand by strand. The lion watched in stunned silence as the mouse, who once seemed so powerless, now became his savior. Finally, with a snap, the last rope broke, and the lion stood up free once again. He looked down at the mouse with wide eyes, no longer with pride or amusement, but with deep respect. "You saved me," the lion said quietly. The mouse nodded. "I told you I might be able to help someday." The lion smiled, not with his teeth, but with his eyes, a genuine, grateful smile. "And, I'm glad I listened." From that day forward, the lion and the mouse were the most unlikely of friends. The jungle, surprised by their bond, slowly learned that no act of kindness is ever wasted, and that size means nothing when it comes to courage, loyalty, and heart. They say that even the strongest among us may one day need help, and sometimes that help comes from the smallest hands or paws. And so, in a jungle ruled by strength and fear, one brave little mouse reminded the world that kindness, no matter how small, always finds a way back.